Hello everyone, welcome back. Let's take a look at question 18 from the STAR test of 2019. It says triangle HJK, this one triangle here, and triangle PMK. There's another triangle here. These two are similar right triangles. The coordinates of all the vertices are integers. So we have two similar triangles. And which statement is true about the slope of line HK and the slope of the line PK? So we are comparing the slope of two line segments. Right. So what prior knowledge do we know about the slope? So from question 9, we learned that the slope between 2 points is equal to the vertical difference between these two, or the rise, divided by their horizontal difference, or the run, rise over run. If we are going to do the calculation, it's going to be y2 minus y1. This is their vertical difference, divided by their x2 minus x1. So this is the method to calculate the slope. And we also know from question 4 from the STAR test. Question 4, we discussed about the similar figures. If two figures are similar, then their corresponding sides are proportional. Their corresponding sides are similar. So that's the definition of similar figures. Now we have two similar triangles, triangle HJK and triangle KNP. And now I'm going to show you two methods to find out the answer to this question. First one, we're going to just do the calculation of these two line segments, HK and PK. So HK and the line of PK. So for HK, we are going to do y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So for this line, H is the first point, and H, the x coordinate is -10, and the y coordinate is +10. So for H, it's -10 and +10. For K, its x coordinate is -3, and its y coordinate is +5. So K is -3 and +5. On the top, we need y2 minus y1. K is the second point, so y of K is 5. Minus the y of this first point, the y of point H is 10. So 5 minus 10 divided by x of the second point, the x of K is -3, minus the x of the first point is -10. So be careful here. We're going to minus -10 because the x of the first point is -10. Now, on the top, 5 minus 10 is a -5. On the bottom, -3 minus -10. When you minus a negative number, it's going to be like plus 10. So you minus a negative number, it's going to be like plus a positive number. So x3 minus -10 is -3 plus 10. So on the top is -5. On the bottom, -3 plus 10 is going to be a +7. So the slope of line HK is -5 over 7. Now let's go ahead and calculate for the line PK. P, the x value is 4, and the y value is 0 because the point P is right on this x-axis, so the y coordinate is 0. So y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. All right, so the y of the second point, remember, see here, K is the second point, so y2 is the y of k, which is still 5, minus the y value of point P, which is 0. So 5 minus 0. And down below here, the x of point K, because K is the second point in this line. So x2 is x of K is -3. Then minus the x of point P, which is 4. So -3 minus 4. Okay, on the top, 5 minus 0 is a 5. On the bottom, it's -3 minus 4 is -7. -7. Or minus, so the overall, the result will be a minus 5/7. This is going to be equals to minus -5/7. And we can see they have same slope. Their slope are the same. Their slopes are the same. So by calculation, we find out these two, they have same slope. So this is the first method. This is the first method. Now I'm going to show you a second method. Notice that these two triangles are similar, and H, K, and P, they are all on this same line here. They're on one line here. They're on one same line here, as you can see. Right? So if you pick points from one same line, you pick different points, but they are on the same line, then the slope will always be the same, because one line always has the same slope. So the slope between HK and the slope between K and P, or even if I pick another point, say if I pick another point Q here, then the slope between P and Q, they will always be the same, because they are on this one same line, and the same line has the same slope. So, when we understand the property of slope, we can reach the same answer in a quicker and faster way. So they have the same slope. Now the question is answered. The slope of line HK is equal to the slope of PK, because the ratio of the change in Y value, as we did here, the change in their vertical difference to the change in their X values, the X2 minus X1, the horizontal difference, are the same for these two lines. They are the same. They are the same. So the answer is G. The answer is G.